That incredible feat is called the Human Towers of Catalan, and I thought it was a perfect visual representation of what's happening right now with Bitcoin. And the question is, where are we at? Are we at the point where the smallest kid has shimmied up and created the very peak wick of that human tower? At that point in this festival, the little kid climbs up there and he waves his hand just one time. And I can't imagine the kid that gets talked into doing this, right? It's an extremely scary thing. He's got to go up to the top. He gets up there for a brief second. He swings his hand, and if he does it and everything stays in place, then it's a victory. The entire town celebrates. This kid's king for the day. Now, here's the question I'm posing to you guys. Where are we at in this process of all of us coming together, just like the blockchain, in this decentralized revolution? Where are we at the point of building this tower? And I'm going to argue today that we are not at the top, right? We are not. We have really just come together to build the base, and I'm going to make that case for you guys. I'm going to ultimately say, I'm getting right to it today. I'm going to tell you that it's time for me to buy the dip and hold the rip, because that's what I see incoming. I'm going to give you guys the fib, the RSI. I'm going to give you the exact buy price where I think we're coming back to and where takeoff zone is going to be. Now, I will tell you that also the reason why I loved this visual illustration of what I'm going to call the crypto bull market that we're in right now is because it is fragile. The fact is, anything can cause the collapse, right? It's not a perfect system. It's not built out of steel. It's a momentum move, and it's completed by the will of the people. And that's exactly what we're seeing with Bitcoin and a lot of other altcoins, and specifically the meme coins. I'm going to give you guys some more meme coins. So the Bitcoin stuff I'm excited to share with you, but don't miss a second of what I'm going to talk to you guys about with the meme coins. I've been making a ton of money. It's celebration party time with the amount of money that's getting made right now on these meme coins. The altcoins have yet to run. They've yet to take off. We haven't started altcoin season for some reason. The meme coins and Bitcoin seem to have joined together, and they're the ones that are working on the up push move. And I'm going to share with you guys another couple meme coins that I purchased, and any of those is super high risk. I did not load the boat, but I'll tell you that I bought in just the last couple days. One of them went up 69% in just 24 hours. And so I thought to myself, wow, there's a lot of power right now in these meme coins. I think there are some that are hot. There's some that are cooling off. I'm going to break those down for you guys in just a minute. This is the Stocks with Josh show. Every single like that you give to the video helps the algorithm. It pushes this video out to more people. And today I wanted to ask you guys to forward or share this video with anybody that you want to see grow in financial wealth in 2024 and 2025, because I personally believe that fortunes are getting made right now, but you need to have what I call the disciplines and a little bit of experience, because without the experience, if you just go to the next family gathering and you tell people that you loaded up on FLOKI or PEPE or bonk, and then they pick up their phone and they buy some, then they have no idea where to sell. I had a gal that I was occasionally talking to when I went to a Staples store, and one day she asked me what I did. I told her I spoke about stocks and crypto, and she said, "Oh yeah, I own a crypto," and this was back after the last crypto cycle. I said, "Which one do you own?" She says, "Oh, I bought $1,000 of shib." And I said, "Well, how much is it worth now?" And she says, "Oh, I'm afraid to look." And it was right around $200 on her phone. Now, when she bought it, it did go up, and she was excited. Of course, all of the opportunity that comes with that buzz and that excitement, right? But she did not know when to sell. She didn't know the signal that's given, the wave of the little kid at the top, that Fibonacci wave that says the party's over. She didn't know where that was. That's the type of stuff I'm giving you, so share this video. If you're brand new to this page, do not neglect to subscribe. I'm going to be doing, and I've been doing, sharing new cryptos that should be on people's watch list. They're cryptos that I'm actively buying that have yet to take off. And I also want to do a quick shout out for the Discord. If you want more access to the charts, cryptos, and ideas that I have, as well as stocks, you can get that by clicking the link in the top pinned comment for the Discord. It's the Stock Squad Patreon. It's me and 3 other traders, Stockmo, Keenan Grace, and Stock Up with Larry Jones. Each and every one of us in this group is delivering results, trade alerts and technicals, and answering questions. So check that out. Okay. Let's just go right into meme coins. I'm going to start up, guys. I'm just going to tell you, I'm going to give you a short glimpse into my most profitable meme portfolio. The ones that have really been paying off, PEPE. And I went back to find some videos where I initially talked about PEPE when it came out, and I actually talked about it in May of 2023, right after it had gotten run up a little bit. It got listed on Binance and it peaked, and the minute it got listed on Binance, it began to fade off. In that video, I told everybody, I said, well, PEPE is going through a distribution phase, okay? So you've got accumulation, you've got markup, you've got distribution, and you've got decline. And I said, this is good news for us. I said, the fact that we have the opportunity between now and the next crypto bull cycle to get into PEPE could be a huge opportunity. And I literally drew this little picture that showed that we were going to come down pretty much to a place where PEPE had first started before it had pumped. I said we're going to stay down there for a little while, and then this thing's going to shoot up like a rocket ship in the days ahead. That's exactly what happened. PEPE, if you don't know it, has actually been the strongest crypto growth story of all of them, coming up, I believe, 300,000%. And so now I'm not telling you to go load all your money in PEPE. Is there more opportunity to the upside right now in PEPE? Absolutely, there is. I'm actively buying PEPE. I'm going to get into where you guys can buy some of these here in just a minute, and I have not shared that in the past, and so that's new. So get ready for that one. I am actively trading bonk. I made some calls in the Discord. I showed people exactly where I was buying. And I literally broke it down. I said, I've broken up my buy orders every few percentage points down in this zone. And the exact floor and ascending trend line that I drew was exactly where it popped, and it went up 30% from there. A 30% win overnight. A great play. I like bonk. Shib. Don't neglect SHIB. SHIB has shown superior relative strength as far as the legacy meme coins at the moment. And I think SHIB, built on the Ethereum blockchain, has got a lot more room to grow. And when we get that potential Ethereum spot ETF and we begin to get that altcoin rally, SHIB is going to continue to pump throughout that well after Bitcoin is in its cool down phase. And so just be aware, SHIB is going to be a good performer. FLOKI. Now, FLOKI is a relatively new ad for me. I didn't get in super early, but I'll tell you, I'm thrilled that I did, because just in the last 24 hours, FLOKI went up 65%. And so it's showing great relative strength. It actually went up more than all the other meme coins, including PEPE. PEPE went up 30% in the last 24 hours. FLOKI up near 70%, and so I was thrilled to have increased my position in FLOKI. Now I've got a new one for you, and it's one that I need to do a individual video on to explain exactly what it's all about. And this is a new meme coin called RATS, R-A-T-S. These are the rats of Wall Street. And up until now, we've largely had Shiba Inu dog representing the majority of winning meme coins. Then we got the frog, came in with PEPE, but now it's going to be the year of the rat. And the rats are interesting because they're actually built on the Bitcoin blockchain. They're BRC20 tokens, which makes them unique compared to these other meme coins. And more specifically, they're similar to ordinals. And I've said in the past, if you've caught it on this page, that the ordinal story on Bitcoin may be the next NFT super hype item going into this next cycle. That's yet to unfold, but this rat meme coin BRC20 token is aligned with the ordinal story, and it's gonna emerge as a big winner. I have bought some bags of rats, and I encourage you guys to keep it on your watch list. Now, just for perspective, if you had played the story that I gave in that May 9th video called Crypto Buying Strategy. If you had played that narrative and understood what I was laying down, and I'm going to do my best to keep explaining these things to you guys, you would be up right now 900% on Pepe. So, you know, $1,000 would equal $9,000. That's a massive and incredible run. And the Pepe story isn't even over. I'm assuming that we will be a near 1,800 to 2,000% run up on Pepe from the bottom when it's all said and done. And so what that basically means is even if you were late to the story and you weren't one of the original investors, if you bought in the valley, it means you could have turned $1,000 into roughly $18,000. And you guys can do the math. That multiple is incredible. You know, you put in 5,000 and you get way more. So where can you buy some of these meme coins? Well, I'm buying a lot of them on an application called MEXC, MEXC. And I haven't shared that before because we were in a season in the crypto winter where all of the exchanges and all of the platforms and all of the trusted people that were promoting crypto platforms were essentially imploding. I mean, Voyager, BlockFi, FTX, there was even question there for a while whether Coinbase was going to survive. And so I want you to understand something because today I'm going to be recommending MEXC. I am buying my meme coins on MEXC. There's a few things you need to know about it, and I'll share that with you in a minute. But I'm not recommending the platform. I do not trust any platform, especially platforms that are not publicly traded. Now, these guys are a decent sized player, and I wouldn't put any money on them if I thought they were not a legitimate player. I do believe they're an absolute legitimate player, but this is for trading, swing trading only. I would still recommend that if you're a long-term investor, you want to be holding your crypto on a publicly traded company here in the United States. That's what I would suggest. But if you're interested in swing trading, in which the meme coins are swing trades, these are not investment vehicles. My buddy Keenan Grace says it all the time. These are swing trade assets. These are not buy and hold diamond hand the meme coins. These are swinging assets. So if you just want to swing trade them, MEXC has the lowest rates. It's been the easiest to use for me, and it does not necessarily require KYC. Now I need to explain that a little bit. KYC stands for Know Your Customer, and more or less the United States, which Gary Gensler being the chief, I'm not gonna call him criminal. He's a chief dude that supposedly is keeping Americans safe. Right now, he's prevented us from being able to participate in this crypto rally. A lot of Americans can't participate because, as you know, Coinbase doesn't offer these tokens, but you got to go to platforms outside the United States. But they don't want to get in trouble with Gary Gensler and the SEC and get banned in the United States. So they basically agree not to work with Americans. And so at that point, you have to use a VPN. Now, a VPN, and this is not a recommendation. I'm sharing with you guys what I'm doing. A VPN basically points your local router outside the country and then towards the website. I'm personally set up out of Brazil. So, Stocks with Josh is buying these supposedly from my little house here out to Brazil and then over to MEXC. So if you're gonna get a MEXC account, you have to use a VPN to do it. It's a simple software application. It's roughly $8-9 a month. And that will enable you to not have to do KYC, or will enable you to use MEXC. Now, I have just created an affiliate program with them, so I'm gonna leave you a link in the top pinned comment as well as the description of the video where you guys can use my link to get discounts and to get offers and to get signed up with them. And I will do my best to answer questions on this subject going forward. I'm doing this because I literally do not want to see anybody miss out on some of the opportunities. Meme coins are more sketchy. Exchanges outside the country are more sketchy. When I make all this money that I'm hoping to make on the meme coins, and I've already made a ton, I'm well up 100% and climbing. I'm gonna then take that money off of those exchanges. I'm not gonna leave it sit there. And I'm going to take it off the exchanges and put it onto my cold wallet, and I'll get into that at another time. All right, guys, that's the game plan with the meme coins. We are absolutely buying the dip on the meme coins, and we're holding the rip because the fact is the party has gotten started, but it has not kicked off, and it's not in full gear yet, and that's what we're going to find in the Bitcoin chart. So I'm going to play this small clip that I made back on that same video where I talked about Pepe. I'm going to play this small clip where I was talking about Bitcoin. And we see that Bitcoin came all the way up to the prediction that I had made between the range of 30 and 32,000. It hit 31,000 and it also has paused. Now, you guys know that I've said that we have this crossover in the Gaussian channel. Obviously, this was the big 2022 bear run brought us down. We got a low here around 17.5, and then with the FTX collapse, we got that 15.5. And I'm just kind of recapping. And we're in the top half of the channel, and I've been talking to people on the page here that every time we get to the top of the channel, that typically means that the low is behind us. It's in the buy zone. So the buy zone is 26 to 32, even as high as 34. That's the immediate buy zone. As you guys can see, during that critical moment of buying opportunity, I was absolutely telling everybody the bottom was behind us, that even though we had come up between 25 and 30, I called it a buy zone. I said, this is not where it's time to get afraid because we're dropping back to 20 or 15. This is literally your last call to get on the Bitcoin train up to $70,000, and that's where we're at today. Okay. So at this point in the game, there's two tools that I'm going to lean on heavily to begin to make my decisions with Bitcoin as well as the meme coins, right? And these heavily relate to momentum moves, okay? When you approach different strategies when the markets or something that you're tracking is going sideways or it's in decline phase, but when you're in a markup phase, the two indicators that I'm going to be studying the most are going to be the RSI and the Fibonacci. Now, if you look carefully at the Fibonacci, we've got 4 crypto cycles. First one was down in the winter where we were going sideways. The second one is in the teal. I'm going to call that the phase 1. That's when I was telling everybody that this was your last chance to buy. And then from the teal all the way up to the red, that was phase 3. We've been in the phase 3 of the Bitcoin cycle right now. Now that precedes the strongest move up on Bitcoin, the alts, and the meme coins. So phase 3 is not the final and most powerful push up. This is simply the point in time in which we reach the previous high. Right? That's just the point in time when we've been down in the valley the entire time and we come back up to where we had been. Right now, there is going to be likely some kickback from this zone. There was the last time in the last crypto cycle when Bitcoin was flirting with 20K. That was sort of the phase 3 moment. That was the red line back then for 20K. It finally came back up. People were like, oh my gosh, we're fully made whole again. But then it got rejected there and it pulled back a little bit. That's the buy the dip moment I'm talking about. But then when it finally gets back up, there's a ton of people that are going to make a mistake that think, oh, I might just have my last opportunity to sell at 70K. No, that's hold on because it's time to hold the rip. So here's what I'm looking for. Now you kind of understand that the most powerful move is going to be above that red line. That's going to be your biggest and strongest move. And you can see that the top of that channel gets up to 100,000, but that's just the top of the channel. Every other cycle in the past, it's broken through that, what I'm going to call that blue channel that is the most powerful move channel. But now we need to shift over to the RSI. And there's a number of things there, and I could do an entire show on Bitcoin's RSI right now and the story that it tells. But we break up to every other time that we've come up above and gotten to the 72% mark on the RSI. That's typically when we've come back to previous all-time highs. After that, I'm expecting a retest back to around 69 to 70, and that retest could take up to 30 days. That's the potential buy the dip moment, right? But at that moment, that is going to potentially be the liftoff moment for Bitcoin, the alts, and these meme coins. Now, they're not all going to move at the same time. They'll all come up a little bit and go down a little bit, but what I mean to say is they're not all going to peak at the same exact time. The money flows from one to the other. It usually would flow from Bitcoin and then Ethereum and the alts and then eventually to the meme coins. This time we've seen the money flow into the meme coins and into Bitcoin, and I've done a video about that. The alts are going to rip here soon. We might see Bitcoin and the memes, and then we might see them cool off, and we might see the alts begin to pop. Either way, it's time to take your position and get ready for the next move, and don't get scared of holding. I will let you guys know when we get back to the point where the entire tower is built and we're at the top and I see that little kid wave his hand, right, and produce the wick that's going to come at the very top. When I see that, I will let you guys know, and it's the #1 reason why I want you not to miss a video, and hit that subscribe, because we're in a moment in time in which there's big money-making opportunity. I can tell you personally that I've had bigger days in swing trading and day trading and scalp trading, right? But I've not had as consistent of high winning days as I had from last Friday till today. It's been consistent go time trading these cryptos. And I love the fact that they can be traded after hours. I can get my stock trades in the morning and still be making decisions on this in the evening time and early in the morning. So it's really an interesting time to be making some money on Wall Street. Guys, that's everything I got for you today. I've got another DPIN project, a new crypto to talk to you guys about, and a new crypto to explain to you and to give you some technicals on. I see an easy path on this one I'm going to introduce to you, a potential move up that's impending up 60%. I'm going to drop it first in the Discord. I'm not holding back on you guys. I'm just limiting the length of this video. The very next video I'm going to be talking about that particular project, and we have a little bit of time on it. It's not taking off just yet, right? But it's definitely in a critical point where I want you guys to be watching it, because I think it's going to be one of my next success stories that I want you guys to participate in. I hope this was helpful today. I'm just going to leave it right there. Peace and blessings, my friends. Take care.